Good evening, hockey fans. Welcome to the Waupun Community Center for this non-conference contest between your Waupun Warriors and the Stevens Point Panthers. It's great to be back here at home where I finally have some reception. Apologize that I was unable to broadcast last time. It's hard to do so when you don't have any internet access. But tonight that's different. We're back home where the Waupun Hockey Association has taken care of us to make sure that we have our internet access. So tonight, I'll see if I can get the starting lineups as we get rolling here. In net for Waupun will be Tyler Fromhold, sorry about that. And in net for Stevens Point, well, I'm going to have to use a different. Stevens Point, number 31 is Spencer Wiersba. Wiersba, I think, was the goalie last year for... And we dropped the puck. Stevens Point wins it. It has it in the neutral zone. Moves it into the Warriors zone. On the ice for the Warriors, you have Malachi Buckles, Jarrett Buckles, Baron Buckles. And in defense, Griffin Leafy. Barron is playing defense, and that puts Carter Schramm is going to be playing forward. Nice move. Shot a little bit high from Stevens Point on the first attack. Warriors trying to get it out of their defensive zone, into the neutral zone. Malachi Buckles up against the board. Chips it. Goes back into the neutral zone for Stevens Point. Loses the puck. Trying to drive in. Turns it over right at the blue line. That was blocked by Buckles out front. Nice walk in from Stevens Point. Turned right over in the slot. Fromholtz does a nice job of coming out to attack the shooter. Shuts down any shooting lane. Again, almost a turnover right in the slot. That would have been the high slot this time. Brady Garrettson is out there now as one of the defensemen. Quinn Bailey, I believe, is number 19 for Waupun. Stevens Point comes in here 5-0 so far on the young season. And your Warriors, I believe, are 1-4. I'll have to double check that for sure. But you'd think this is going to be a blowout, but I could tell you that Stevens Point beat Bayport only by 1 goal, 1-0. Waupun was right in there. Comes out to the defenseman in the slot, looks to move, unable to get a shot off. That's going to be all the way down. Wiersma's going to play it, chips it, goes to number 21. I have to get these numbers here situated. Into the neutral zone, looking to move the puck towards the net, into the slot. The Waupun defense is able to stop that attack. Into the slot again, almost a turnover. Carter Fleidner with Griffin Leafy out there on defense. Malachi Buckles almost held in by Stevens Point. They got to regroup in the neutral zone. 14:21 left here in the first period. Stevens Point has been dominating so far. Here in the neutral zone again. Looks to skate, turns, takes it into the attack. Looks to feed it. Shot cleared away. Couldn't tell if that got to Fromholtz or not. Nice play there from the Stevens Point skater. Comes all the way back out to the neutral zone. Going to reset from here. That's number 11, the captain, Barrett Brooks. Dumped in. Turns to the slot, fires wide of the net. Good look at it though. That one's fired again, tipped off by Fromholtz. Right over the top of the net. Comes into the neutral zone. Waupun's going to make a change with some of their forwards, it looks like. Walks in. Right into the shoulder of Fromholtz. Fromholtz gets the save. $13:15 left here in the first period. I do have a iPad on the score clock. Unfortunately, I didn't set the iPad so it wouldn't turn off, so I'll have to get that at the next intermission. So I'll give it to you for right now. 0-0 is the score. 13:07. There's the first attack by Waupun, number 17, Carter Schramm. Wiersma barely gets a piece of it, but is able to stop that puck. $12:56 left here in the first period, and Waupun has this real good first attack into the defensive zone of Stevens Point, our offensive zone. That comes out to the neutral zone. Leafy has it on his stick. Looks, swings it over to McClin. McClin back over to Leafy. Leafy looks, get it into the neutral zone. It is. We're going to pick up some numbers here. That's Casper Dahlke out there on the forwards, number 27. Going to change. Coming out on the ice now for your forwards. Jarrett Buckles gets stood up into the neutral zone. Brady Garrettson now has it. Turns it over into the offensive zone for Stevens Point. Comes out, reset into the neutral zone. That's coming out to number 2. Looks, turns it in. Tries to get around Leafy, unable to. That's off of the blocker of Fromholtz. I think it was a little bit high. Buckles with it on his stick. Dumps it in. Bailey, it looks like, goes in on the attack. I can't get in the corner the way I set my camera up. That's unfortunate, so I'll see if I can move that as well. Carter Fleigner has it. Tries to dump it, and that's going to be an icing. That might give me a chance here to reset. Bear with me while I'm messing with my camera. Alright, sorry about that. I want to see if I can get the corner now, and I can. So long as I don't get any fans standing up in front of me, we should be okay. .11-12 left here in the first period at the Waupun Community Center as the Waupun Warriors are hosting the SPASH Panthers. Waupun and SPASH are 0-0 right now. Into the neutral zone. Dumps into the corner, looking to set it up down in the corner, but there's Carter Flagner. Flagner is battling in there with Schramm. Out front. Nice job there, just a little bit behind as that forward, I think, was there pinching. Here comes Malachi Buckles with a chance, and it's scooped up by the defenseman. Malachi still with pressure into the corner. Held into the zone still by Bailey. Bailey with some pressure. Comes off of the wall, and there goes one of the captains for SPASH. 4 men on the attack. Chips, nice job by Fromholz to read that play and jump over as that tip opportunity was there. Comes right back out to the SPASH. That's number 8. That's Trey Zegarbeski. Zegarbeski. Have to see if I can get a pronunciation later on. Here's number 8 walking in. Fires it right hard into Fromholz. Fromholz unable to squeeze it. Right back out into the attack. Trying to clear it into the neutral zone, and finally Waupun does. That is going to force SPASH to reset. 9:53 left here in the first period. Griffin Leafy with it on his stick. Looks, has some room to skate it, so he's going to make some ice. Goes right up the boards, tries to chip it in. Stopped there, but held in nicely by Dalkey, I believe that is. Yep. Schramm, pressure. Waupun has a little bit of attack going here again. Baron Buckles tries to turn it over into the zone and is unable to. That was tried to be cleared by Malachi into the SPASH player. Once again, in the defensive zone of Waupun. Malachi Buckles tried to chip it out. That's number 4. Drives it towards the net. Unable for 18 to get a tip. 21 out at the top of the line. Looks, swings. SPASH looks in the center, and a nice job on the tip, but Fromholz is there to grab that puck. Great defensive play there by the goalie, Tyler Fromholz. Tyler seems to be drawing the tougher of all of the games here, which is good for Tyler in that he gets some great experience. That's out, dropped. Fromholz able to squeeze those pads together. Stops the puck from going into the net. 8:54 here left in the first period, 0-0. SPASH wins that one, looks, drives it. Nice glove there by Fromholz. Continuing to get the freeze on that puck. SPASH wins that one again, turns, blows an edge. Still able to recover, comes out to the defenseman. Staying in the zone on the attack. They fire it. That's off of the helmet of Fromholz. Baron Buckles has it on his stick. He looks, chips it out, and it's into the neutral zone. Here comes the Warriors on the attack. Jarrett Buckles, to his right, he's got Brady Garrettson. Garrettson now in support. Bailey and Garrettson towards the net. Garrettson gets it again. Jarrett Buckles was there in front of the net, unable to capitalize. 8:16 left here in the first period, 0-0 at the Waupun Community Center. And here comes Stevens Point on the attack. Into the neutral zone, now into the offensive zone. Looking, goes to feed, there's a tip. Fromholz again with a beautiful read on the tip. Slides across, able to freeze that puck. Several good attacks here from Stevens Point. Fromholz has turned every one of them away. Into the neutral zone, chipped away. Malachi Buckles has it, gives it over to Schramm. Schramm takes it into the zone, fires off of the defenseman, unable to get it to the net. Schramm tries it, skating hard into the neutral zone, number 10 for SPASH. Dumps it in. I think that's offside, but no call. Griffin Leafy has it. Gets it over to Flagner. Flagner up to Malachi. Buckles looks cross ice. I think that's Dalkey that he had tried to pass it to. Stevens Point again here on the attack. Forwards are moving the puck well, but unable to put one past Fromholz. 7:02 here left in the first period. 0-0 at the Waupun Community Center. Carter Schramm now giving it to Carter Flagner. Flagner giving it to Malachi Buckles. Buckles goes cross ice again. Gets it over to, I think that's Dalkey. I can't see the 7. Yep, there it is. Flagner tries to pick it up, but here goes the forward, number 15 with speed. Good job by Leafy off of the feet of Flagner, and that's going to be a whistle. Face-off down in the Waupun zone. 6:34 here left in the first period. Ten and a half minutes almost gone by here in this contest. Stevens Point with plenty of pressure, unable to get it past Fromholz. Flagner chips it off the board. That comes into the neutral zone. Stevens Point's going to have to reset. They look to reset. Tries to drive it into the center, unable to get it. Number 2 picks it up, gets knocked off the puck, but there's number 8 to pick it up. They knock each other out, but here's an attack still. Held in, number 8 has it, looks to make a move. Nice job there by, is that Sanders, I think that is. Looking to try and chip that one in, had an opportunity, but nice pads up against those posts real tight by Fromholz. Fromholz looks really good in net as a freshman. Tries to clear it. Does. No icing. Gerritsen gives chase. Chipped out to the board. Gerritsen has it at his feet. Looks to center it. There's a center there for Stevens Point. Trying to keep it down low. Number 2. For Stevens Point, chips it to number 11. 11 looks over to the blue line, gets it there, fires just wide of the net. No opportunity there. That one looks like that's going to be an icing on Connor McClin. 5:15 left here in the first period, coming all the way down to the Warrior defensive zone. One of the things I should make sure that I do is I should take a look at the student populations here. If I remember correctly, Point is like, I want to guess they're over 2. They've always been in one of the top student populations, and I'm talking about 2,000, where your Waupun Warriors are 565. Fromholz smothers that one. Looking at the hockey schools, if I remember correctly, I think Waupun was number 5 from the bottom out of 84 teams as far as student enrollment. Still have a JV team running this year. That gets towards the net, pulled down. Baron Buckles battles, gets it out to Malachi. Malachi takes the shoulder, comes out to the neutral zone. Stevens Point goes to set it up. Nice move there of the puck again into the zone. Looks to set it up. Defense fires off of the skate, inside skate for Baron Buckles. That one had to hurt. Still held in by Point. All the way out to the far defenseman. Defenseman walks in, fires, and Fromholz knocks it down, and that's going to be cleared. I don't think that's got enough on it for icing. Perfect opportunity to change. Comes all the way back up to the neutral zone. Back into the attack. Swept away from Carter by Carter Flagner. 16 gets it on, able to pull it down. That's Bailey out there with, is that Leafy? That looks like Griffin Leafy battling to get through. Does. It's held in. Jarrett Buckles with it on his stick, looks to drive, fires over the top of the net. Good opportunity for scoring there. Leafy fouls back into the defensive zone, tries to stop the forward from point and does. Bailey off the wall, gets it out to Brady Garrettson. Flegner now with it behind the net. And here comes the Warriors. Garrettson takes the hard shoulder into the boards. Dump behind the net. Schramm gives chase. A nice pick there from Stevens Point. Moving forward, here goes the forward, past Garrettson. He's looking, gets it far side. Nobody there to help him. Now he goes all the way across the ice, looks, fires. That's into Fromholtz, who drops it there. Fromholtz is stopping the initial one, which he's doing a good job, and his defenses have been there to help him sweep things away, but it's getting closer to leaving the juicier ones out there, so let's hope that he can continue to smother that puck. 17 walks, looks, fires cross ice, fires. That's a bad angle shot. Almost knocked in, though, off of the stick, held into the zone. Out to the defense. I think that's probably, not sure here. I got to pick up some of these positions. Levin fires hard. Again, off of the pad of Fromholtz. Once again, looking to set it up. Drives in the center. That one's a shot and gloved with Fromholtz. Good reactions there from Tyler Fromholtz. Once again, under attack. 2:26 here in the first period. Doing a nice job of holding Stevens Point scoreless at this point. It'd be a strong moral victory if they can get into the locker room scoreless. Baron Buckles with it. Goes all the way across ice, gives it over to Dalkey. Dalkey tries to send it up the board, goes to the defenseman for Spash. Spash looking to set it up. Nice block there by Dalkey with a stick. Trying to take the passing lanes away. Leafy on one of their captains. And the net's off. 2:06 left here in the first period at the Waupun Community Center, where your Waupun Warriors are taking on the SPASH Panthers. Coming into the neutral zone, must have got a piece of that. SPASH wins it, into the neutral zone, swings it wide, crossing the red line, up over the blue line on the attack, back to the defenseman, looking to swing it, tries to field it in the center, does. That one's off of the stick up into the netting. .153 left here in the first period. I don't want to jinx us here, but there's no penalties so far on either side. It's really a good thing. No penalties by Carter Flegner. In the last two games, he hasn't been able to finish due to the number of penalties. He gets it out of the zone, gets it up to Malachi. Malachi tries to take it in the center. Offsides now. Dalkey and Malachi back. Dalkey looks to give it, leaves it hanging there. Back forwards, moving it forward and back into the neutral zone, back into the scoring zone. Looks to center, picked up by Flegner. Flegner looks, chips, tries to get it to Malachi. That might be on net that he's got to play it. High stick. Two minutes high sticking for number 5 from Stevens Point. There we go. First penalty. Power play is going to go to your Waupun Warriors. 1:23 left here in the first period. Plenty of time to get a good attack going here. See if they can put one up on the board before the end of the period. Jarrett Buckles with Carter Flegner. Baron Buckles. Griffin Leafy. That one comes out of the zone. Leafy goes after it, looks to set it up. Leafy all the way across ice over to Buckles. Buckles takes it. Oh, they're going to call offsides by Carter Flegner, unable to hold that foot on the blue line. I thought it was pretty close. 1:06 left here in the first period. 1:43 left on the power play. Jarrett Buckles drives it forward. SPASH picks it up and is able to clear it all the way down the ice. Fromholz holds it there for Leafy to set up. Leafy looks behind the net, looks to set it up, gives it to Baron Buckles. Buckles picks it up, comes up the ice with speed through the neutral zone into the offensive zone now. And there he gets hammered into the back. Not sure why that's not a check from behind. That it's not. Now that's banged off of the wall, and this looks like this is going to be a 2-on-2 or 2-on-1. All the way across, and that one's hammered into the net. Wow. Short-handed goal given up by your Waupun Warriors, and I think that's about the fourth one that I have seen so far this year. Nice work, though, by Brooks and Zagzerbesk. I'm going to get that one wrong. I'm just going to call him Zagski. How's that? 31 seconds left here. Waupun had the perfect opportunity on the power play and unable to take advantage of the opportunity. Instead, they give up the shorthanded. That one's bagged in all the way down to the corner. Zagzewski coming with speed. That looks like that's Jarrett Buckles. He does have it, tries to walk it all the way and gets it chipped away. There's an opportunity, though, for Malachi. Turns it over, and there's going to be a tripping. Leafy's going to pick it up. A tripping penalty on... Who's he calling it on? Malachi Buckles. So Malachi will take a seat in the sin bin here for 6 seconds. It's going to be some 4-on-4 hockey for 44 seconds, but we're going to get to the end of the period before then. Four-on-4. It's won by SPASH. Drives it hard. Nice job by Fromholz to freeze the puck. Very impressed with the way that Stevens Point moves the puck. Very impressed with Fromholz. That one's won by Waupun, chipped into the corner, and that'll be the end of the first period here, where Stevens Point has now taken the lead going into the locker room on a shorthanded goal. 1-0 here at the Waupun Community Center. We'll be back to see if we can give you Fromholz with 20 saves. It's amazing. We'll be back here in about 10 minutes to see if we can give you some other stats. Thanks for watching Jeff's hockey stream on YouTube Live here from the Waupun Community Center with your Waupun Warrior hockey team. We'll be back. Welcome back here to the Waupun Community Center for the second period of the Waupun Warriors versus the SPASH Panthers. Carter Flagner with it. We're playing some 4-on-4 hockey, I believe. Jared Buckles has it chipped. He's got to get back on side. Gloved it, and that's going to bring it into the neutral zone. Well, you just saw there that Stevens Point was able to go into power play mode and able to put one past Tyler Fromholtz here in the second period. That's going to be a penalty on number 15, and then he flips it. That should be an unsportsmanlike conduct to go with it, but I don't think he's going to. Number 15, Dane Hoyard, the junior. Waupun's going to be on the power play here for 2 minutes. Let's see what they can do. Looking at some of their stats, their power play has been, okay. 19%. Penalty kill was at 72.2%. Unfortunately, they just gave up one of those on the PK. 15:48 here left in the second period. 2 minutes on the power play for Waupun. On the ice, Griffin Leafy, Carter Schramm, Jarrett Buckles. That looks like that's to Baron Buckles. Over to, all the way across ice, that was Malachi. Or is that Carter Flagner? That's Carter Flagner. Nice glove save there by Wiersma. Beautiful setup there. Baron Buckles just a little bit far outside the dots. Not a really good angle shot, but placed it towards the corner. Wiersma stretches out, grabs the glove, and rips one down. Keeps the score at 2-0 here at the Waupun Community Center. Schramm drives it forward. Stevens Point gets it on their stick, bangs it off the wall. That comes right out, and then it's into the neutral zone and cleared all the way down. Fromholtz is going to put a stick on it. Goes across ice to Leafy. Got to be cautious there about that lazy play. Now it comes out to Baron Buckles. Just a little bit of a difference between SPASH and Waupun is SPASH connects on almost every one of their passes. We don't have those missed passes when you're watching SPASH, but that comes all the way down into the neutral zone. Levin chips it past. Tried to get a little bit of attack going. Waupun goes to set it up. Here comes Carter Schramm. Schramm with it. Goes all the way out to Leafy. Leafy walks in, fires, and there's one in the corner for Leafy. 14:27 power play goal for your Waupun Warriors. 39 seconds left on that power play. Brings the score 2-1. Perfect shot. Walks in. Has an opportunity just to find any little crease that he could, and he found the corner. Sniped her off of the bar. That brings the score 2-1. Stevens Point back here at the Waupun Community Center. That was Leafy unassisted is what I was waiting to hear. So great shot by Leafy to find that corner. Let's see what happens here now on the 5-on-5. Stevens Point goes into the corner. Flagner has it. Takes it off of the board. Chip gets it back to Flagner. Flagner looks to take it through. Does. Fires. Wiersbe fires it back, but that's right out to Sanders. Sanders unable to get some good stick on it. And Wiersbe freezes the puck. 13:58 here in the second period at the Waupun Community Center. Your Waupun Warriors are taking on Stevens Point Panthers, affectionately known as SPASH. Connor McClin now hits the ice with Dalkey and Malachi, I believe that is. That Schramm is out there with them. That comes off of the board, and here comes with speed. McClin gets in the way, does a nice job, but here comes more speed. Fires, and there's Fromholtz right at the top of the crease to Stone. The one-on attack. 13:38 here in the second period. Fromholtz shuts down another opportunity on a breakaway from Stevens Point. McClin took out one of the players, but unable to take out the other. .13:07 here in the second period. Stevens Point and Waupun. Stevens Point trying to get it out, bangs it across the board. Flagner able to stand his ground. Fromholtz gets a blocker on it. Flagner chips it out of the zone. Into the neutral zone, all the way down. Stevens Point's going to set it up. Off of the board, out of the zone, and here comes Stevens Point on the attack. They bring it into the zone. That's number 15. That is Dane Hoyard, who scored the last goal. Hoyard now sends it to the center. Nice job there blocking it. Jared Buckles had taken off to try and get the breakaway. He's got it. He's going into the corner, but he's not going to get there. Nice stick there by Hoyard. Around Garrettson. Here comes Flagner. There's a 4-on-3 attack off of the pads. Looks to bring it out. Nobody there in the slot to help him. That's going to clear out to the neutral zone. Stevens Point will look to reset. Sanders gives it over to Flagner. Chipped out to Brady Garrettson. Garrettson looks to center. Nobody there. Gives it back over to Stevens Point. Stevens Point in the neutral zone. Right on the stick for number 11. That's Brett Brooks. He fires. No area to put that puck unless he would have gone upstairs. Held in by Stevens Point. There's somebody right there in the slot. Looks a tip. Oh, wide. Wow. All the way out. That's number 21. That's Jake Minch, one of the captains. Brooks has it. Lost it over to Flagner. Flagner chips it up, gives it to Sanders. Sanders is on his horse trying to get it. He does, fires it towards the net, wide, and Wiersbe seals the front, freezes the puck. 11:10 here left in the second period. 2-1. Stevens Point over your Waupun Warriors. Waupun now on the attack. Flagner taken down. Interference is called on number 4 from Stevens Point. He's not happy about that. Let's see if Waupun can put another one up on the power play. I was trying to check the stats before here on Stevens Point's power play. Stevens Point on their penalty kill, 90%, almost 91%. On the power play, they're only 6% though. out of 15 opportunities. Here goes Waupun's power play. You got Flagner, Leafy, Schramm. Jarrett Buckles is in the slot right now to Barron, who's on the edge of the boards. Leafy is able to hold it in the zone. Looks all the way down low to Carter Flagner. Flagner's looking, makes a move, gets it into the slot. Wiersbe freezes the puck. 1:37 left here on the power play for Stevens Point. 10:37 left here in the second period. 2-1 is your score here at the Waupun Community Center. Comes out to Buckles. Buckles over to Leafy. Fires it towards the net. Wiersbe had to squeeze those arms together as Griffin almost found a nice little hole there. Waupun putting some pressure on, attacking. 1:30 left here in the power play. Buckles is going to get the win, and then Stevens Point gets it into the neutral zone and dumps it all the way down. Fromholtz goes to play it behind, looks to scoop it in the opposite corner and does. Jarrett Buckles picks it up against the board. Schramm had it, and then number 11 is able to turn. I think that's Brooks. Has it, fires into the stomach of Fromholtz, and Fromholtz is able to make the freeze. Barrett Brooks, the captain, only a junior. Seems to have good hands and a good stick. 5'7", 160. In the slot and hammered. Oh. Short-handed again. In the slot. 10:01 here in the second period. Stevens Point hammers a penalty or a short-handed goal past Fromholtz. Nothing he could do about that. I would have had to have actually hit him. So that's very unfortunate. I think now that's got to be about the 6th goal that Waupun has given up short-handed. Dulke is out there with Malachi Buckles and Barron Buckles as your forwards, your defensemen. Zabzetsky gets the assist. That one's out to Brooks. Zabzetsky, he has it, tries to walk it in, loses it. Leafy there, battling. Leafy wins that battle, goes into the center of the ice, looks, brings it into the neutral zone, dumps it across the board to Barron Buckles. Barron brings it in, looks to attack, gets it into the slot, then loses it. Fires all the way cross corner. Not sure what the purpose of that was, but that's going to take and bring it out to the neutral zone. Now Waupun's got to reset. Dumps it into the corner. SPASH goes to pick it up. Good pressure. Jarrett Buckles has it chipped away from him into the neutral zone. We have a one. That's Brooks. Looks. Goes all the way across. And there is Fromholtz to get a piece of it, reading that one nicely. And that's going to be Connor McClin going to get a penalty for hammering Zabzetsky right to the ice. Called a trip. And Waupun is going to be on the power play, which probably isn't a bad thing because they haven't done well on the penalty kill. Or sorry, they haven't done well on the power play, so let's see what they can do on the penalty kill. They have done pretty well, I believe, on the penalty, 72.2%. And the as I mentioned before, Stevens Point's only got a 9% power play scoring percentage here, so let's see what the Warriors can do. Comes all the way out into the neutral zone. Down. Looks to reset. Comes all the way behind the net. Brings it up to the board. That's number 17. That's Cole Bilke. Gives it over to 16. That is Nick Norgren. Norgren has it off of the board. Comes all the way out to the neutral zone. That's number 4. That's Brandon Vicko. Vicko has it to Conley. Vicko over to Nordgren. Vicko to Conley. Conley has it now, and he's going to skate through the neutral zone. Carter Schramm had him lined up, pins him to the board. That's going to go all the way down to the corner. Let's see what happens here. Jarrett's going to give chase. Wiersma's going to come out and play it. Turns it almost over right in front. That was not a good play. 16 has it. In a slot, and that is off of the pads of Fromholz. Nice job there by Tyler to be on the ice, sealed tight. That's number 5, Prodzinski. Malachi clears it. 37 seconds left here on the power play for Stevens Point. Malachi buckles with pressure, goes around the net, breaks it out, goes out wide. That's number 11, that's Barrett Brooks. Brooks, one of the captains, has it. Number 17, that was Bilkey. He's got it into the zone, through the neutral zone. Malachi tries, unable to get it. 4 on hard, back to the center. That's missed, but there is Zagabowski. And that ends at power play for Stevens Point. And here we go. Once again, Waupun is able to... Connor McClin goes in hard to try and get the puck as a defenseman. He's battling down to the net. Good there. Comes back out, tries to chip it. That's number 15. That's David Hoyard. 15 is Hoyard. He has it, swings it over here to Zagzeski. Zagzeski looks, goes all the way across to Barrett Brooks. Brooks has it in his corner. Goes into the slot. Out to 17. Back over to the defenseman. He tries to take a one-timer, misses it. Hoyard has it. Fires. Tip wide. Number 17, that's Cole Bilkey. A nice shot. Jarrett has it on his stick. Dulkey gives it to him, and then he turns it over into the neutral zone. Here comes number 21. I didn't pick up that player before. That's Jake Minch. Number 15 has it and loses it. Tips it into the zone. That's turned back over. Waupun's got to be careful with their passes here and make some decent passes and not turn over the puck. As I said before, and you can watch it here, Stevens Point is pretty crisp, right to the stick, and they look to move it. Flagner does a nice job of wrapping around number 10. That's Will Mason. Trying to get the flyer out here is Waupun. I really don't like that as a play, but I guess that's what they're going to be playing this year. Here comes the attack now. Here comes Barron, tries to get around number 2. Nice job there. Malachi was crashing and unable to get a tip on it. Flagner looks to see what he can do in the zone. Takes it down below the net. Blows it all the way out high to Barron. Barron fires into the shin pads. And there goes number 22. Good speed. Weinkoff turns it back over. Right on the stick. There's another one. Nice hit from Barron Buckles. Weinkoff took exception to that. Gave him a push. That comes out, and there's a nice check off of the puck by Conley. That's in the zone. Now we're going to resort to some hitting here if we can't put the puck in the net. Looking to set it up. There was a couple of nice crisp passes. There's another one. There's another one. Tries to get it in the zone and does. He's got Dulkey off of the stick of the defenseman in front of him. Carter Schramm. 4:07 here left in the second period. 3-1. SPASH Panthers over your Waupun Warriors. Once again, I want to thank the Waupun Hockey Association for helping me get some decent internet service. I get internet service and I can broadcast. Last time over at KMMO in Nagawaki, no reception whatsoever. And I wasn't able to get even the streaming opening page out there, which is unfortunate. Actually, it was a pretty good game there for a while. Nice, look right on the stick. Good job there by Carter Flagner to knock it away. Leafy had it, turned over, chipped into the neutral zone. Flagner, oh no. speed by Stevens Point. That one is turned over. There's a mistake by Stevens Point. Schramm unable to get a lot on it. His backhand is deadly, but unable to get anything with mustard on that shot. .325 here left in the second period. 3-1. The visiting SPASH Panthers picked up 2 shorthanded goals and then a power play goal. Nothing even strength yet from either team, because Waupun's was a power play as well. Quinn Bailey with some pressure, able to force a turnover to Dalkey. Dalkey fires and Wiersbe has it and freezes it. Malachi comes to try and knock it out of the glove. I have to check the roster, but I think Wiersbe was the goalie last year for Stevens Point Pacelli. Pacelli was in Badgerland last year, but this year they decided not to be. Not a bad thing when you don't win a game, and I don't know if they scored more than 1 goal in a game. It was a good effort on their part, though. That was a beautiful tip. Leafy does a nice job of tying up Zagzewski. Surprised that the forward even tried to make that pass, but he did, and it was got a stick on it. That was pretty good. Comes out of the zone. Schramm with Dalkey and Malachi Buckles. Carter Flagner with it now on his stick. Looks, that's going to be an icing. No ice. Not sure why not, but it's no ice. Malachi tries to drive it back towards Wiersbe. He does get a pad on it. Malachi has it. Jarrett goes to pick it up behind the net. Jarrett tries to feed it out front to Schramm. Zagzewski gets it on his stick. Brooks tries to get it out of the zone. Held in there. Here comes Baron Buckles with a walk-in. Fires, and that almost pops in there. And look, puck is loose and unable to get it on the scramble. Still on the attack. Now here comes Stevens Point. There's a breakaway on them. Here's number 15. Barron does a nice job to get back. And Fromholz was there. Great back check by Baron Buckles to not allow number 15, Dane Hoyer, to get a full shot off. And Fromholz is there to hold the net for Waupun. I don't think he's had quite as many shots as he had on him in the first period. 20 saves in the first period. That's incredible. Stevens Point looking to move the puck. There's one of their missed passes. Jarrett's going after it, trying to pick it up, and it's turned over in a slot, and he misses wide with an opportunity. Nets off. Jarrett's looking for a penalty as he got hammered. Interference is called. And that puts number 4, Brendan Vicko, in the box. But again, this has not been a strength for Waupun. They keep giving the shorthanded goals up here. This is actually playing right into the hand of SPASH. So I guess if you look at it, SPASH has scored 2 shorthanded. We've scored 1 on the power play, so does it kind of wash out? I guess so. Let's see what happens here. Trying to move it. That comes out of the zone. Leafy looks it to set it up again. He gives it over to Barron. Barron has it over to Leafy. Leafy back over to Barron. Barron all the way up to the ice to Carter Flagner. Flagner has it. Tries to walk in. Has that taken away and driven all the way down. Fromholz settles it down. Passes it over to Baron Buckles into the corner, which allows the player from Point to get a stick on it. But Leafy, oh no, turned over by Stevens Point. Looking in the slot. Oh, jeez. What are we, that shorthanded goal almost was there. Here comes Jarrett off of the wall. Going to take it in deep. Good speed there from Jarrett Buckles. He had it on his stick, but then loses it, and that's going to come all the way down. Less than a minute left here in the second period. Waupun looking to set it up all the way up. There's a long stretch pass. There's another stretch. to Malachi. Malachi has it. Knocked away. Ooh, that looked like a high stick. That was well above the board. Had the opportunity. He walked right in. I'm not sure why he dropped it. Jared had a chance. That comes out to Leafy. Leafy had a chance. That's popped up. Barron looks center in the slot. That's given all the way down with 21 seconds left. 30 seconds left here on the power play. Waupun should have one more time, enough time for one more attack here. Into the neutral zone comes Waupun. Malachi Buckles with it. He tucks it in with speed. Goes right around number 17. That's Bilkey. And then he gets hammered. No penalty. And that's cleared all the way down. And that will do it for the period. Malachi took a hard hit into the corner, and he was looking for a penalty. After 2 periods, we're looking at a score for SPASH Panthers 3. 12 saves for Wiersba. 28 saves for Fromholtz. A little bit better on the attack, but ends up giving up 2 goals, I think, in that period. So we'll be back here at the Waupun Community Center for the 3rd and final period and see what Waupun can do. Thanks for listening to Jeff's live stream on YouTube Live, Jeff's Hockey Stream. Thank you. Well, welcome back to the Waupun Community Center. Home of your Waupun Warriors and the Waupun Hockey Association. Getting ready here for the third period. A little bit, 2 minutes left. Stevens Point will have a 10-second power play. Taking a look at some of the numbers that we have on the season, we look at scoring by period. In the third period, Waupun has scored only 4 goals on this season. And they played against West Bend, U School, and Neenah, so that's not a surprise. And then you have Bayport. Fond du Lac was a really good game, and KMMO was a good game. But Waupun's only been able to put 4 goals in. Contrast that to what Stevens Point has done on this season. And they have outscored their opponents 7-4 in the third period. Stevens Point has played a couple of challenging teams as well. Anago was initially in the honorable mentions, if I remember correctly, so they were they beat them 5-1. Marshfield was a nice game for Stevens Point to go 6-0, but then they brought in Waukesha. Waukesha, one of those powers that has been to the state tournament, I think, the last 3 years, and perennial dominance, especially when you got Garrett Larson in net, and they beat Waukesha 3-1. Then they had an opportunity to play against Wisconsin Rapids. They beat Rapids 7-0, it looks like here, and then they played Bayport, and they ended up beating Bayport 1-0 in overtime. And remember, Waupun played Bayport, and it was a close game. Through most of it, added up 6-3, but it's not because Warriors didn't battle hard. So we'll see what happens here in this third period at the Waupun Community Center. Tyler Fromholtz has been in net. He's been red hot. I mean, it doesn't look like it because he's given up 3 goals, but he has been solid in net for Waupun. And as I said before, he seems to be drawing all of those tough games. He was in net against U School. And I can't remember who was in net against Neenah. I believe that he was also in net against Bayport. So he's had some tough competition to face. Coming on the ice now is your Waupun Warriors, and hitting the bench is Coach Brant Buckles and Coach Jason Buckles. And I got a couple of new coaches that I want to make sure that I recognize as well that have been helping out. I'm trying to find the roster here to see what. Coach Matt Babbage. I've seen Matt around the rink here several times. And then Mike Ginter is the other JV assistant. Getting ready to drop the puck here for the final stanza. Waupun will be on the power play. I've had that mixed up for the 10 seconds here in the beginning of the third period. Let's see if they have an opportunity to see if they can put one in the net and get this score to within 1 goal. Schramm wins it back to Malachi. Malachi gives it over to Carter Flagner. Flagner gets it up to Dulke, who loses it, but Flagner's there to hold it in. Dulke has it, looks to take it towards the net. Unable to. That is a perfect opportunity, cleared. And now here comes on full strength. Stevens Point has an opportunity, good back check. Walked into the slot, fires it into Fromholtz. Fromholtz is able to freeze the puck. Saw that thing coming the whole way. Great play from young Tyler Fromholtz. You're listening to Jeff's hockey stream on YouTube Live. That's in the slot. Oh, off of the pipe. Opportunity there for Point. Backs it up again off of the board. I am just amazed at the crisp passing. Right to the slot, trying to get back door. Fromholtz was there, it looked like, as he read it. Fires it. All the way out to the top. The defenseman fires off of the pads. Fromholtz puts it into the corner. Chipped down low. Nice job there, but the defenseman is Carter Fleitner is there to block it. That comes off of the board by Barron. Reed back into the neutral zone, chips it away. That's Brooks and Zagabowski. Brooks with it. Zagzeski, sorry about that. Has it turned over. Tried to get it there into the slot. Carter Fleitner has it. He's going to skate through the neutral zone. He's going to try and take it all the way. Loses it, comes off of the board. Brooks has it. Looks to skate it up, dumps it down low, and that's for number 16, Nick Norgren. Norgren has it, comes all the way out to the defense. Number 2, he fires high. Looked like Fromholtz saw it all the way. Decided not to grab that out of the air. It's number 2, that's Conley. Conley has it to number 16, Norgren. Norgren has it, fires, that's wide. Schramm had an opportunity there for a little bit. Tries to get it going. Malachi had an opportunity. That's chipped into the penalty box. Lost sight. That should be a face-off right there in that near dot. In the neutral zone. 14:50 here in the third period at the Waupun Community Center. Home of the Waupun Warriors and the Waupun Hockey Association. Once again, a big shout out to them for providing us with that internet service so that we can broadcast these games for you from the community center. That's Norgren with it. Leaves it into the center. All the way walks around. Schramm fired high. Stevens Point back behind the net, looks to set it. Tries to make a move, but Baron Buckles does a nice job of poke checking it away. Fleigner gets it over to Buckles. Buckles gives it off of the wall to go to his tipped wide. As Malachi had an opportunity. Tries to get it down, held in there as Dalkey is trying to hit one of those stretch passes. Those home run, go for broke, cherry picking. See if we can sneak one in. And now here comes Waupun with a poke check away. That's Baron Buckles. Goes with speed. Nice back check. Chipped away, and now it's going to be returned by Stevens Point. Nice job there by Carter Fleitner to stand him up. Number 3 has it. That is Dillingham. Goes all the way over to number 22. That's Weinkauf. Weinkauf brings it up to 21. That's Minch. Minch back over to Weinkauf. Weinkauf makes a move. Fromholtz chips it into the corner where Brady Garrettson tries to pick it up. Dillingham comes out to 21. That's wide. Minch. That's fired in there again. That's wide and over the net. Minch is going to give chase. Jake Minch picks it up, puts it on his stick. Comes out to number 9. Don't have that one on my roster. That looks like that might be an icing. And it is. 12:49 here in the third period. That faceoff's going to come all the way down here to the left glove hand side of Tyler Fromholtz, a freshman. Played with the Gamblers for the last 2 years and some AAA to gain some of that valuable experience playing against numerous other teams. That was turned over right out front. Fromholtz unable to get there, and that's chipped up into the corner. Bad turnover. No help there whatsoever. And that's fourth goal by Stevens Point. 4-1 now. As I mentioned before, Waupun's only put in 4. Opponents have put in 10 in this third period. Stevens Point has scored 7 on the young season, just in the fourth. Carter Flagner with it. Takes a move, get around the defenseman while Weirs was there too. And there's Schramm. Gets through the pads. That one looked like that was almost in. Not sure what Carter Schramm was asking the official. Schramm gets it over to Malachi. Malachi has it. He tries to reverse direction. Dalkey gets stood up there. Does a nice job though. Takes it just outside. Oh, a perfect opportunity. That one is one of the first times they missed a pass, and that's going to be offsides. Number 17, Bilkey attacked the zone before they could clear and get set up. .12-11 here in the third period. Stevens Point leading your Waupun Warriors 4-1. Waupun gets it out of the zone. That's going to come back on the attack. Fires it towards the slot, unable to get it. Number 16, that's Norgren. Gets stood up by Leafy. That's number 19. That's almost a turnover. Been a great opportunity there for Sanders. That comes all the way down. Jarrett tries to get a stick on it, does, but now here comes Stevens Point to reset. Leafy. Baron Buckles clears over to Jarrett. Jarrett turns it back over. Across the red line, dumps it in on Fromholz. Fromholz takes a freeze. Let's see if he can get some fresh guys out on the ice. Smart play by Fromholz. .11:28 here in the third period. At the Waupun Community Center. One of the oldest rinks here in the state of Wisconsin. Celebrating, I believe we're probably in our 27th year, I think that might be, for the Waupun Community Center. Still a great facility. Ice is fantastic. Board's a great shape. The Youth Association does a fantastic job of keeping this facility operating. Complete volunteer. Now here comes Stevens Point on the attack. That's number 10. I haven't seen that number. That's fired towards the net. That was Will Mason. Fromholz gets a freeze. .10:42 here left in the third period. The visitors all the way from Stevens Point. I shouldn't say all the way. I mean, it's basically an hour and a half. Not that bad a drive either. I remember making that drive with my son when he was playing for the Stevens Point Flyers. Interesting facts, though, for at Stevens Point. You have a Badger that's a former Stevens Point hockey player in Brock Caulfield, and Cole plays for the National 18 team, and he's committed to the Badgers. Both great kids. Hard workers. Certainly deserve everything that they've got earned so far. It was great to watch him play as a youth, so some of these players were out on the teams that I can remember also. Let's see if I can recognize them again. Here's Baron Buckles, there's 3-on-2. Nice move there from Brooks. He looks, fires wide, comes out on the board, but nobody is there. It was great work from this line. That's knocked away. Malachi is able to hold it in, though. He's got an opportunity. He's going to drive to the net. Looks, and Schramm misses it. But he gives it to Sanders, who misses it. And now here comes a 3-on-1. Zagzeski over to 15. Over to Zagzeski, and that's right in the net. Great puck movement. Hoyard gets it over to Zagzeski, and he puts in the 5th goal at 9:22 here in the 3rd period. Great puck movement by the visiting team. So incidental benefits of last year's strong showing team. Able to get some tough teams out on the schedule. And now picked up some tougher teams on the schedule, but that also hard to have some success there. Malachi dumps cross corner. Nobody there for the forecheck, so Stevens Point's going to pick it up pretty easy and look to set it up in their zone. Some chips. Jarrett. Sanders had an opportunity. Didn't know whether it was offsides or not. That's held in there by Barron. He kicks it. That goes out to Minch. Minch gives the 6, which is Droik. Brady Garrettson has it on his stick. Looks. Gets it over to Carter Flagner. Flagner has trying to make some moves and has it knocked away, and now he's going to have to back check before we have another odd man rush. Number 5 is Brzezinski. Takes it in, looks to set. Tries to get it over to number 16, Norgren. Metz has it on his stick. He looks. Intercepted there from Jarrett Buckles. Malachi has it. And see if he can walk in. Bilke. Nice pass up there again from Norgren to Knapp. In the slot is number 5. That's Brzezinski. Norgren has it. Comes off of the board. Coming with speed is Waupun, but unable to get it. And Dalkey touches it while Malachi was off sides. Zagzeski from Hoyard. I think that's happened a couple of times tonight. There was an opportunity there, so it was turned over. Comes back up. Here comes Stevens Point again, looking to move the puck on the attack. 10 with great speed, goes right around McClin. Schramm unable to hold it on his stick, but Dalkey has it. Over to Schramm. Schramm out here has Bailey. Bailey has it. Tries to get in the zone. Schramm dragging his foot to try and stay on side, as Quinn was unable to hold that on his stick. .634 here in the 3rd period at the Waupun Community Center. Jarrett Buckles wins it, goes hard forward, tries to work it there, and a nice defensive play from Vicko. In the corner, battling hard. Walks it to the center. Brady Garrettson with an opportunity. Wiersbe freezes it to keep the score 5-1, is that correct? For some reason I thought it was 6-1, but we'll stick with the 5-1 that's up on the board. Point again, tries to move it, but that's tipped behind the red line, and that is going to be an icing. Bring it all the way down. 6:09 left here in the third period. Jarrett Buckles was in at center. Comes to Brooks. That stays in, and there goes Zagzeski. He's got it with Hoyard. Looks, had an opportunity there, had it slip off of his stick. Nice job there by, is that Barron Buckles? It is. Barron bangs it off. That should be an icing, and it is, and that's going to come all the way back down here into the Warrior defensive zone. Things just not going as smooth as the Warriors would like. That's Zagzeski. Hoyard. Malachi has it here in the neutral zone. Let's see what he can do with speed. Minch takes him out, but that's going to be a tripping. Minch has it, and he's going to end up here in the box. I'm not sure whether that was actual tripping or not, since Malachi actually jumped. Now, does this play into the hands of Stevens Point with the shorthanded goals that Waupun's given up? Let's see what happens here. Minch with tripping. Leafy has it, gets it over to Buckles in the neutral zone. That's brought in by Zagzeski. Zagzeski has it on his stick, tries to clear it. Nice job there by Leafy to hold it in. Over to Barron Buckles. Barron looks, go cross. It's loose. Number 2 is able to get it past. Oh no, here's another opportunity. Here goes Zagzeski. He's going to have it into the corner. Looking ahead, Brooks crashed into the net. There was another short-handed opportunity. That's out of the reach of Flagner. Is that going to be on net? It is. Chipped away by Wiersba. Keep the clock running. Comes in the slot. Jared Buckles had a nice glove there by Wiersba. Jared winds one up, has a perfect opportunity to hammer one past Wiersba. Unable to do so. .446 here left in the third period. 1:09 left on the power play. There's another move there from Carter Flagner. Comes out to Leafy. Leafy looks to set it up to Schramm. Schramm had it fired towards the defense off of the shin guard to number 14. That's Metz. Looks has that one knocked down. Has another one knocked down. And that's knocked out of the zone. Good pressure. Barron is able to get back into the neutral zone. Schramm takes it in. Gets it over to Carter Flagner. Flagner tries to get a shot off and is taken out by, and that one is turned over by number 18. Leo Knapp has it. Racing Barron Buckles. Knapp has it into the corner. He's got Hoyard there with him. Buckles picks it up. 24 seconds left here on the power play for Waupun. Leafy gets it into the zone over to Flagner. Flagner tries to make a move. Unable to do so. There's an opportunity for point. Here comes Brooks. 2-1. No back check from Schramm. Lucky that that one doesn't popped in there. Warriors gave up. Slashing on Carter Flagner. But actually, that's his first penalty of the night. Which is a win for Carter. Timeout, Waupun. Got to catch their breath here before they go on this penalty kill. At 3:36 here left in the third period. So just a slight little recap. (5-1) is the score here at the Waupun Community Center. The SPASH Panthers. Once again, they have built a a solid program at SPASH. They've usually had pretty decent hockey. It kind of fizzled down for a little bit, and then they were able to pick things back up again. Not sure when Paul Caulfield started taking over as the I guess you would call it the rink manager over at Stevens Point, and started to run all kinds of youth program teams through the Stevens Point Flyers in the summer. No doubt it was to help his boys, which it did. Good exposure. Got the exposure through TW. Got them their opportunity to now get ready to play for the Badgers. And Brock is, and he's got a lot of time on the ice. And soon his brother will join him. SPASH looking to set this up into the slot to Hoyard. Unable to get a tip. That's Minch. Minch to Brooks. Brooks to Hoyard. Brooks fires hard. Still chipped, held in. Zagzeski fires. That was Hoyard all the way out to number 17. All the way over, fires hard. Zagzeski, Brooks has it. Changes direction. Baron Buckles able to try and chip it out. Comes right to the slot. And it looks like Barron has it. Here's an opportunity. Dumps it in. Goes wide. Jarrett Buckles with some pressure. He has it. Schramm comes in. Maybe Waupun will get the shorthanded. They want one here. 2:30 left here in the period. Jarrett putting a little bit of pressure. Nice job there by Griffin Leafy. Then turns it over into the slot. Fires. Oh, nice job by Tyler Fromholz to put a glove on it and freeze the puck. 34 seconds left here in the power play for Stevens Point. Waupun trying to penalty kill here. We're looking again at their stats. I was trying to see that before. Their penalty kill, 72%. That one's knocked away, and number 2 is going to give chase. That's Conley. Here comes Barron with, that's Casper Dulke. Comes back from behind the net. Gets it set onto the stick of Norgren. Norgren takes it back out to the neutral zone. Brings it out here to Vicko. Goes over to Conley. Conley dumps it. There's one of the few mad passes, but that comes right out into Flagner. Almost had an opportunity there. And instead, it ends up on the stick of number 5, Przynski. With Norgren. Into the net. Net's knocked off the moorings with a 1:19 left here in the third period. No quit in your Waupun Warriors as they continue to battle. .119 in the third. SPASH with a lead, 5-1. Brady Garrettson has it on his stick, turns it over to number 3, looks to get into the slot to 10, now unable to get there. That's over to number 2, that's Conley. Conley dumps it back low. 10 is Will Mason. Mason now has it on his stick, goes all the way back down to 22. That's Weinkoff. Into the slot, number 22, looks hounded there from Jared Buckles. That's out into the defensive zone. Tries to take a shot as Austin Johnson. At the feet of Dillingham and Conley. Or I take that back, that's Przynski. Or Weinkoff, my fault. David Riley with it. Looks defeated. Good pressure there from the senior David Riley. Now comes around with 20 seconds left. Tries to chip that away. That's hammered back in by Carter Flagner. That should do it here. Malachi goes to put pressure on, forcing him to move the puck. That swings it out wide. There's 5 seconds left. That's going to be an icing. Let's see if it holds. And it is. Runs out the clock. Your final score here at the Waupun Community Center. SPASH 5. And your Waupun Warriors 1. Let's see if I can pick up the saves total here. 18 saves for Wiersba. 34 saves by Fromholz. Some of those were some really strong saves, though. He did an awesome job in net again as a freshman. I'm very impressed with his play. Next game for Waupun, trying to pick that up, is next Tuesday at Oshkosh on the 18th. That's a Badgerland game, and then we're going to be back here for Arrowhead on Thursday the 20th. So there's your Waupun broadcasts. Probably the next time I'll be online, though, I'll be broadcasting for the Beaver Dam Golden Beavers, as they're going to be playing in DeForest. I think it's against the Norskies. Is that what DeForest is? But they'll be playing at the Wanakee Rink. Once again, I want to thank the Waupun Hockey Association for helping me out with the internet service here. Without that, you would not have a clear broadcast, as you found out when I was trying to get the KMMO game. I was running 2 separate MiFis. I still could not get decent service while I was in there. I want to thank you for following Jeff's hockey stream here in Waupun Warrior Hockey on YouTube Live. We'll be back next Tuesday in Oshkosh. Thanks again. Take care from the Waupun Community Center.